Hi friends, welcome to Facebook Live and happy Valentine's Day. I'm here with Ellie, my little Yorkshire Terrier, and we got all dressed up for you for Valentine's Day. She got a special little Valentine's outfit this week. I don't know if you've been watching on my Facebook page, but we got a special little Valentine dress here, and I think it's so cute. It has little candy hearts, Valentine candy hearts, and then a cute little heart on a bow on the back. Isn't that super cute? I thought we should just get dressed up. She's trying to watch for a dog out the window. She heard a dog barking before we came on, so her eyes are just peeled for the dog barking. She's got double bows on today, 2 bows for Valentine's Day. And she has a brand new little red collar. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Oh, you can't see it under all that hair, but she's got a brand new little red collar with hearts on it. And she has a matching bone. This little stuffed bone matches her dress. And she really loves it. She's been squeaking it all over the house because it has squeakers on both ends. But I think she's kind of distracted right now because I thought she might just grab it. But I want you to see the rest of her little dress. See it really good. Hi, Linda. Yes. Look at that cute little dress with the lace underneath and the big bow on the back. I just think it's so cute. I just had to do it. Well, I'm going to actually put her down on her little blanket right here next to me while we go ahead with our Facebook Live, and then maybe I'll bring her back at the end. And she's got, if you believe it, a pink leopard blanket. So she's going to sit on her pink leopard blanket while we do the rest of our Facebook Live. So happy Valentine's Day. I'm so glad you're here. I do want to ask you if you could share this video. I'll wait a few minutes too and announce it again. But if you could share this Facebook Live right underneath on the right-hand side, if you look, is a thing that says share, and you can share it with a group or share it in a message or share it to just one person. And that would be so great if you could share this so that others could learn how to do our projects right along with us. And it helps me out if you do share. So if you do, put share as a comment, and for anybody who shares, you go into a drawing to receive a free card from me next week. Last week, Lynn won the card, and she's already received it. I sent it out to her right away. So I'd love to send you one of my handmade cards, and I won't write in it. I'll just put a sticky note on there so that you could use it to send to somebody else. So if you wouldn't mind sharing, that would be so terrific. All right, so we're going to start on our project for today, which is going to be a little mini curvy keepsake box. And this is a pretty cute little Valentine one that my friend, that my friend and downline Lori made for me. And I want to show you how to make it. I posted it today on my blog so that you can see pictures that are closer up, but I'm going to show you how to make it, and I'll just show you right now how you open it. You just open the top, and right inside is your candy, and the heart has been attached to the opening, the little flap. So let's learn how to make it, and I'm also going to show you how to make a tulip one. So I'm going to turn the camera down, so hold on just a second and we'll get it turned down so that you can see what you're doing here. And I just have to get it to bend. Oh goodness, it's just not doing its thing. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to show you, I'll show you a little picture of Ellie. There she is over there. Where's her face? Okay, there she is, looking out the window. Let's go back to our project here. And there's her cute little blanket. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here is the Valentine Heart Curvy Keepsake box. And then here are the 3 little tulip ones that I made today. Now I'm using the new Pleased as Punch Designer Series paper. This paper is something that's new, a part of a coordinating products that's just out for a limited time, but I just love it. We talked about it last week. And I wanted to show you how it coordinates here with the Tulip Punch. Let me see if I move that back a little bit. Okay, but first we're going to learn how to make the Heart Curvy Keepsake Box. And to make these, you use the, am I not right side up? Let me fix this for just one moment. Sometimes I forget. Okay, let's see if that isn't right. There we go. So here are the dies, the Mini Curvy Keepsake dies, and you're going to just love them. A lot of you might have them because they were from our annual catalog. And this is the one we're going to use today. Now all you do is take a 6x6 sheet of paper or designer series paper, and you'll cut out this piece. And that's all you do. This makes one curvy keepsake box. And I've already gone ahead and cut it out in advance for our Valentine box. Now I am using a little different paper from the one that my friend Lori did. I'm using another one of the From My Heart Designer Series papers, and we're going to have the little hearts be on the outside. Now once you cut this out with your die, the die also scores, and that makes it really easy for you. So you're going to fold on these score lines to create the little base, the box base, and then up at the top on two sides you can make the little handle. These lines you fold in, the handle you fold back. So this is what it looks like. Then you take your bone folder, and because it's called a curvy keepsake box, right? You're going to curve, just fold it a little bit, pull and curl just a bit so it becomes the curvy keepsake box. And now all we do is put it together. You match the handles together and then put the little flaps over, one first, and you will notice that there is a little kind of what I would call a notch in there. And so you'll pull it down over the notch to make sure it sits there, and then pull the next one over. And there is your little curvy keepsake box. Now what we're going to do is make this cute little heart top. Now, this is created with our heart punch pack, and our heart punch pack is 2 heart punches. I think I used them last week. I've been using them a lot for Valentine's Day. And one is scalloped and a little bit larger, one is smooth or unscalloped. So first we're going to take the scalloped one and we're going to punch out of a piece of Flirty Flamingo a scalloped heart. And then we're going to use the straight one, and I'm going to use the same paper that Lori used. Lori used this darling, this is again from the From My Heart Designer Series paper. And you just slide that little heart in there until you line it up and punch it with the smooth punch. And there you have your hearts. So we're going to layer one on top of the other, like that. And now I'm going to get out my glue. And you know I like to keep my Tombow liquid glue in my little nail polish holder because it keeps the glue down at the tip and ready to go, just like now when I'm ready to do it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on that heart and attach it to the scalloped edged heart, just like that. Set my glue aside for a minute while that dries. We're going to use glue some more. Now, after we let that dry, the way you create this is that we're going to cut the heart in half down the center, and we're going to attach each side to each side of this top flap. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to go from the tip of the base to the top and just cut straight up, just like that. And then we're gonna I'm gonna bring my glasses down to my eyeballs so I can see what I'm doing here. And then we're gonna put a little bit of glue, and I'm using glue. You can use snail, but in the San Diego weather, which is where I am, it tends to pop off. The snail tends to pop off. I think it's just too dry here, so I prefer to use the multi-purpose glue. And I just press that right up to the handle and press it down. And so I'm just gluing it to this top flap there. Then I'm going to do the other side. Whoops. You can put your glue on the heart, or you can put it on the flap, either one. I do it both ways depending on my mood. Okay, so now we're going to put the other flap on, the other side rather, of the heart, and press them both toward the center and down so that they attach. And I'm just going to hold them there for just a minute because we want them to get nice and dry. And that is how you create that. Now I think hers does look cuter in contrast with the contrast color, but I just wanted to show you how that works. And then once it's dry, hopefully it's dry enough, we can look down in there and see you just reach down in and pull that little top flap up, and oh boy, it's not quite dry enough, so we're just going to leave it another minute. I was racing along too fast. You all know how that goes. Well, why don't we leave that one and we'll go ahead and create one of the tulip ones. I've done it several different ways. These have one tulip each, and this one I've given some leaves. This one, I put 3 tulips together with leaves and some little flowers from our small bloom punch that you can get free with Celebration. So for us, we're just going to make one. Use one tulip and some leaves. So again, we're starting with our pre-cut piece of designer series paper, and again, this is the Pleased as Punch designer series paper. It's tulip on the back, on the front, and this pretty green pattern on the back. And so that the tulips really show, I'm making the box, the Curvy Keepsake box, with the green side up. So I'm going to fold all those score lines down around the box, and then for the handle, again, I fold back. And if you haven't gotten the Curvy Keepsake box dies, really, I made this box so much. I really think it would be a great thing to have. I'm just going to curve my paper. Remember, like I mentioned before, it's a Curvy Keepsake box, so you got to give the box a little curve here. Hold our handles together and put one flap over and pull it down over the notch. And let's make sure, oh, it didn't get over the notch. There we go. And pull the other one, and just do it gently. I mean, I wouldn't really give this to a 2-year-old because you do have to, it is a little gentle. After you give it to them, they might tear it apart, but just to say, you have to be a bit gentle. So I've already pre-cut some little strips of the tulip sheet of the Pleased as Punch designer series paper. And so I cut it a little close to the tulips so that I can punch them out. So I think I'm going to do a purple one. Now, the one thing I did notice is that when you punch out of the designer series paper, it doesn't punch the leaves and the flower as they are on the paper. You have to choose one or the other. So I'm going to punch the purple tulip. See if I can get that just right in there. Okay. And now the leaves that it does punch, you could use them, but I'm actually going to try to punch some of these leaves this way. You'll see there's a little white border that that you get. when you do it this way. So I'm going to try to punch at least one of those. And I'm going to get that right in. And you see how it doesn't punch a flower along with it, as far as it doesn't match with this pattern for both of them to be together. So there's one leaf, and let's see if I can do the other one. I think I can. I have to cut off a little bit. You know with punches how they go one direction or another. And so this leaf goes with the fat edge down. So I'll punch a second leaf. Okay, there we go. So now we have our purple flower and 2 leaves. Let's see. Yep, that's exactly right. So let's try this again with the tulip. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut straight from the tip, the center of the center leaf or petal in the tulip, cut a line straight down there. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. And now we're going to glue one side on each side of the handles. And what I like to do is, here's the flap right here. And so I like to have the top of my flower or heart or whatever up at the tip of the flap and the base at the other end. So this, let's see, I'm going to do it again on the flap. Put my glue on there. And then I'm going to put my little tulip on. It really isn't hard, is it? You're noticing that. It's not hard at all. I think I had a little excess glue in there. I'm just going to try to get that off. Okay, and we're just going to hold that down so that little cutie just adheres itself. And then we're going to do our second side of our flap right here. And once you learn how to do this, oh my gosh, you can just go to town and put all kinds of different shapes and flowers, and you can use the new bee paper, the new honeybee stamp set and paper. You could use the umbrellas that are part of this set. There you go. Okay, and there our tulip has been affixed to the top. Let's let that dry, and in the meantime, we're going to put some leaves on. Now, on my sample, this one, I used 3 leaves, and I put one down under here and then on 2 sides. I think this time I'm just going to do the 2 sides like that, just to give it a little interest, you know, just to add a little something. Okay. Hold that down until our glue dries. It just makes it a little more fun when you add more than just the top decoration. And you know, today what we're doing actually is paper crafting. We're not doing any stamping today, are we? It's just paper crafting. And I have to tell you, Stampin' Up! Makes so many beautiful products that sometimes you can do something just like this. You don't even need to stamp. Of course, I love to stamp, but we have so many pretty projects and products that all you need to do is, just like today, we did 1 die cut and 2 punches, and that was it, or 3 punches. So there, now we've got our leaves on. We're going to set this aside to dry, and we're going to go back to our heart, and it's dried now. And so we're going to pull our little flap over, and there's our curvy keepsake box, all done. And you just slide the flap back through. Isn't that so cute? And that little heart just stays on. It's now part of the flap, and you just have to make sure to get the 2 handles in. Sometimes I don't get both of them. And pull it down over that little notch there. And you can just give these, I think Lori, who gave me this one, I think she made quite a few for people. Now let's take a look back at our tulip that we just did, and we'll grab that flap and we'll just pull it up and off. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It looks like I did get a little extra glue that came under, but that's totally fine. It'll dry. That extra glue will dry in a minute. And there's our little Tulip Curvy Keepsake box. And the only thing I used besides the die cut and the punch was the Pleased as Punch Designer Series paper. I hope you'll get that. It works with, it actually works with the heart paper, with the heart punch, this heart punch. It works with the umbrella builder punch, the tulip builder punch, and the new little blossom punch. That's how I did these little blossoms. So that paper, that designer series paper, works with 4 different punches. It's only $11.50 and it's well worth it. I will go back after this and put a link to that paper down for you. And I'll show you a little bit closer up the 3 tulip one and how I did that. Let's take this off so you can see the back of the flap there. So all I did is I took 2 tulips and I overlapped them a little bit, and then I put 1 on top, and then I cut through all 3. And then after that, I put some leaves under. So it's a more involved top, but it was created exactly the same way. You just cut in half, cut your item in half, and glue each half on one side of the handle. And for this one, I punched out some of those little blossoms and put those over there. So we have a super nice set of Curvy Keepsake boxes, little candy treat boxes. And I'm so thankful that you stopped by today. Thank you so much, Brian. So cute. Thanks. And Linda, appreciate you stopping by. And I'll pull Ellie over just so you can see her one more time. She knows I'm talking about her. And I'll just pull her right over into the picture with her cute little dress. Can you see it? I just can't let this get by for very long because she's just too cute. So there's her little dress, and happy Valentine's Day. I hope you have a great evening, and share the video so that you can be eligible to win one of my cards that I'll mail you next week. And I hope you come back next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.